Welcome to another episode of Lunch with the Shark. Join us as we dive deep into discussions about business, accounting, and finance to help you build a business that thrives. Now sit back and have a bite with your host, the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa.
Well, hello. Good afternoon, and welcome to a new edition of Lunch with the Shark. I am your host, Vidal, the Shark CFO Espinosa, and I am super delighted to be here with you this afternoon. It's actually really chilly outside here in where we are at. I don't know how is the weather where you are, but I hope you are having a great afternoon and everything that you are working towards, it's getting and achieved, and you are progressing, advancing. It's so funny because most of the times, we are so quick to judge and bring across our past experiences. There's a saying that your past does not define your present nor your future. And a lot of us, most of us, if not all of us, we are always assuming that because you did something in the past, that's going to be the present and the future. If something happened to you, if you went out and you felt, every time you go out, you're going to be like, holy shit, I hope I don't fall. Dude, it's not going to happen. It was just once in a lifetime. Don't predispose yourself to something that it's not happening nor will happen, and it was just one-time event. Oh my God, I grabbed the cup the wrong way and it fell on me. I hope it doesn't happen this morning and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Change that freaking mindset. It's all about mindset. And talking about mindset, look at my shirt. Look at my shirt. My sister-in-law and my brother Gilberto, they gave it to me last Friday. It's from the movie Soul from Disneyland and Pixar, right? I think it's Pixar and Disneyland. It's a joint venture. Even though Pixar is owned by Disney, but I love it. I told them that I was going to wear this shirt for Lunch with the Shark today, so I'm wearing it. If you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend it to you. Soul. It's a very nice movie. It has a very deep message. What's your purpose in life? What's your purpose in life? What is it? And don't give me the bullshit that, oh, it's to work and provide for my family. I don't think that's your purpose in life. I really don't believe that. That's BS. And as I said it once and I said it a couple of times, don't bullshit the bullshitter. I catch every bullshit up here and I call you. And I rub it in your face. So don't bullshit the bullshitter. What's your purpose in life? That's actually a deep question, but it should be on the tip of your tongue. It should be immediate. Your response, your answer should be immediate if you know yourself. Most likely, I am sure that you are not going to know yourself and you are not going to know the answer and give it like that, right? So what's the meaning? What's the purpose? What's your purpose? What's your why? And on this week's topic, we're talking about the balancing act, the juggling act of life and business. Work and life balance. It's a juggling act. It is indeed. But before we dive into today's topic of the 7 work-life balances, we're going to give you 7 tips. What do we celebrate today? Today, we celebrate in the US, it's National Artichoke Day. Interesting that the artichoke has a day, and we celebrate it today. My mom loves spinach and artichoke dip. She loves it. anywhere she goes, and when she reads the menu, and if they have a spinach and or artichoke dip, she gets it with Parmesan cheese, and she gets the crostinis, and she gets it. Either, whether she eats it all or she shares it, she gets it. So if you have that, if you like that, if you like artichokes, go ahead, be my guest. They're good. They're not that good, but order them. And also today, worldwide, it's actually National Panda Day. It's National Panda Day. So to all those pandas out there, you're celebrating your day. True fact. Every single panda that lives outside China, it's actually owned by China. That's a true fact. That's a very nerdy fact, but it's true. They are all owned by China. Even though they're born outside the mainland or China territory, they're actually owned by the Chinese government. The pandas that we had here in San Diego Zoo, they were actually owned by China. They requested them back, and they had to be sent back, even though they were born in San Diego. They had dual citizenship though. So, National Panda Day. If you love pandas, celebrate it today. What else? That's it. That's it. Get ready for tomorrow. Are you guys preparing for tomorrow's celebration of St. Patrick's Day? Remember to wear green. I remember when we were at school that every March 17th, you were supposed to wear green, because otherwise they'll pinch you if you're not wearing green. So wait for tomorrow. So let's dive right into our topic today. 7 work-life balance tips. Yesterday, we actually spoke about the importance of balancing your life and work environment, balancing your work and life schedule. Why is it important? Mentally, it's so important. And today, we're spending longer hours at our job, and not at our job site, at our job. Why is that? Because most of us, we're working from home. And it's so easy to sit down in front of our computers in our own houses that we totally forget that we are actually part of a family, that we have family. But we are saying, oh, we're so productive. We're more productive than going to our offices. We're having things done faster. That's not true. We're actually utilizing more time, and that doesn't mean that we're more productive. Okay, so being at home more doesn't give us more productivity. Okay, it seems to have a work-life balance in perfection. Put it in the work to help your business grow and succeed. It's important, but overdoing it can have a negative effect in your life. The US ranks 29th out of 40 countries for work-life balance, and 11% of employees work 50 or more hours a week. Spending most of your time during the week at work can impact your health, making you more tired and increasing your stress level. What stress? What stress? Oh my God, oh my God. Yeah, very stressful. So let's start by the first work-life balance tip. Leave work at a reasonable hour. If you spend a long work hours at your business, you're at great risk of health issues. This can include sleep loss, heart disease, and obesity. So, leave work at a reasonable hour. Oh my God, but I have so much things to do. Unless it's your business, let me tell you one thing. Your boss is not going to thank you for taking work either home or staying longer hours. Thank you for finishing my job, he's going to say. Leave work at a reasonable hour. And actually, in Japanese culture, it's well seen that you leave work very, very, very late, right? But you have to be actually productive, meaning that you have to actually deliver, okay? Now, if you are not productive, your desk, it's going to be piling up. They'll notice, okay? Getting more work that you can do on your work hours does not mean that you are not or you are overproductive. Each business is unique, so it's hard to know how many hours you should work. You might be feeling guilty if you think you haven't put enough time at your business. So you shouldn't do that. Number 2, take breaks during work. When you encourage break during work, you can improve workplace creativity and keep your employees engaged. Even though it's also part of the labor laws at most countries. Under the Fair Labor Standard Act, you and your employees can take a short break during your workday that are no longer than 20 minutes. People, if you're an employee, in general, if you're in a work office environment, nobody's actually keeping tally of your 20 minutes work between every 4 or 6 hours and things like that. You get up, go to a bathroom, take a water break, smoke. It's normal. You need to decompress every 45 minutes. Get up, stretch, and change whatever you're doing. Because your attention span, it's 45 minutes. So if that task it's going to take you more than 45 minutes, break it on increments of 45 minutes. It helps a lot. Number 3, just say no to excessive work. Whether you've been in business for years or just launch your startup, knowing when to say no can prevent you from taking on more work than you have time for. Your family will not wait. Work will. If you have a pile of documents in your desk, those documents are not going to go anywhere. Those documents are not walking out of your desk. Your family might, and you might regret it. One day your kids are young, and then in a blink of an eye, you've missed important deadlines, important dates, important events that you're going to say, where was I? Schedule time for fun. There are only so many hours in a day, so take the effort to schedule time for fun in your calendar. Scheduling things to do outside of work can encourage you to leave work at a reasonable hours. And guess what? Turn off your phone for your office. I have two. Oh, but Vidal, is so difficult not to be disconnected. No, it's not difficult. It's all in your freaking head. Oh, Vidal, is so difficult not to answer my clients' emails. It's not difficult. It's all in your head. Oh my God, it's all in your head. And scheduling time for fun works. Actually, they pencil in my calendar, in my work calendar, fun time. It works. Number 5, create a to-do list. Creating a to-do list, you and your team knows what the daily priorities are. Instead of spending the day trying to multitask and complete numerous projects, a to-do list can streamline your workday and responsibilities. It's very easy, but it takes practice. It takes you wanting to do that to-do list. I have my to-do list for tax returns. I have my to-do list for accounting. I have my to-do list for consulting. I have a to-do list for everything. Everything, I have a to-do list. So get a template. We'll probably share a template of a to-do list and prioritize it. Prioritize it on what's going to give you more revenue. Leave work at work. With smartphones, it can be very difficult to truly leave your work at work. This can be especially true if you're working from home. But you need to separate your work and life to truly balance your life. So this means while you're home, you should answer no non-important work emails, continue working on projects using your work phone or computer. Look, I told you, I have 2 phones. Okay? Office, personal. Office, personal. Personal does not have my work email. No WhatsApp for the work, for the office. Office, 9 to 5, normal, regular hours. It works. Trust me. Painful. Mostly if you want to answer your clients and serve them and deliver their and give them value, dude. We all have dinner between 5 and 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Why the fuck are you answering emails at 7:30? You might be having dinner. How important is that email that you're going to answer at 7:30? The IRS, the state of California, or any other state, banks do not call you at that hour. How are you going to be of service to your client? And this is in my industry. If you're an attorney, well, unless you are somebody that you're going to go and bail out a client, you should have an answering service. If you're a doctor, well, guess what? What are you going to do at that time? Unless you're an emergency responder and you have no team, right? And number 7, make time for yourself, not just for your family. Balancing the needs of your family and kids and a successful career, it is difficult. But don't forget, you also need to make time for yourself. When was the last time you took time for yourself, for your own good sake, for your mental peace? When was it? The average worker in the US spends 14.4 hours on leisure and personal care each day. This includes sleeping and eating. When you consider adults should be sleeping about 8 hours a night, this means the average worker only spends around 6 hours on leisure activities. So they're spending more time working than they are for themselves. Do you really think your employer, if you're working for someone, it's going to tell you, oh my God, you got sick because you work a lot for me? I doubt it. Oh my God, you are sick and you're missing time with your family. Here's a bonus. Here's a pay increase. I'll doubt it. Right? Unless it's your business, put in those hours for a time period. Not forever, for a time period. So I hope you implement this 7 tips, or at least know them, and see how the hell you're going to implement them. How the hell you're going to do it. Okay? So today's quote comes from who? Whose quote comes from? Where do we have my quote today? I don't see my quote, but it's coming up. It's coming up. Give me 1 second. We're going to find it. We are going to find it. So our quote comes from Frederick Douglass, a leader of the anti-slavery movement. And he said, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. So true. If you don't move, nothing happens. Right? The juggling act of balancing your life and work, it's a struggle. It's difficult. But what about you? What's your why? It's been great seeing you today. See you tomorrow. Bon appetit. Ciao.
Thank you for listening to Lunch with a Shark. If you would like to set up a consultation with the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa, visit his website www.invictus-advisors.com, and don't forget to subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn.